All right. One last little tips and tricks is copying a classroom and archiving a classroom. So when you might want to copy a classroom is one, you've gotten a template set. So you may teach the same thing a few times throughout the day. And as you're building your classrooms, you want them all to kind of look the same, obviously. So you would build the template out. So that's using like your topics, getting your topics in there and all that. And then going in and making a copy of it of how many times you're going to teach it. Or it's the end of the semester or trimester or the end of the year, and you know you're going to use most of the same materials again in the next course, okay? So you're going to make a copy of that entire classroom with all the materials in it so that you can reuse it at a later date. How you do that is you're going to be here on your main page for classroom, and you're going to click on the three dots, and you're going to say make the copy here. You can rename it at this time. Add the section, subject, and room. These three are not required, just the title, and click copy. It will take just a few seconds, maybe about a minute or so. It just depends on how much stuff you have in the classroom to make that copy. But then it'll show up and you'll see that copy of Sandbox or whatever you have labeled it. Okay. When you open it up, you'll notice that all the classwork is saved as drafts. Students don't see drafts on their end. So when they were to open up this classroom, all they would see are the topics. So the topics would be there. And then as you release the assignments, they will show up in the original or in the appropriate place. So for example, if I am ready to release this assignment, all I have to go in is hit edit. I need to make, if there's any changes I need to make to this assignment, if I need to make the new due date, if I'm going to label it under a new topic for some reason, whatever, get that ready and then hit assign. Then once you assign it, then it will pop up in the specific place for students to be able to use and go in and do their assignment. So again, students don't see drafts, just you. So for them, it would just be a blank, nothing right here until you release those assignments. Okay, back under my main menu, once you're done with a class, and I make a lot of fake classes, right, to show people. But what I would do for one of these classrooms when I'm done with it, and you'll do the same when you're done with your classroom, you'll want to go in and archive your classroom. And I'll click archive. So what archived is going to do is it essentially just saves the classroom, doesn't delete it. It can be modified by you, okay, or students unless it cannot be modified by you or students unless you restore it. Students have the same option. They'll go in and save it as well. And what this does is it just kind of holds it. It gets it out of sight, out of mind. So you can see it went away from my main bar here. When I go to main menu, I'll go to archive classes and then you'll see it here. So it's just kind of holding it here. As I said, I delete these because these are just kind of fake accounts for me, fake classrooms. But I tell teachers, don't delete a class just because you don't teach it anymore. Don't delete it. You never know, right? When you might need that material. You never know if you ever want to restore it and share it with another teacher. All those kind of things. So it's just out of sight, out of mind down here. Don't delete unless it's just a fake account or something you've been playing with. Okay. And so that is archiving classes. So like I said, they just kind of stay there. And in your main menu, I can go back to my classes and use Google Classroom.